Hello team, greetings for the day. Welcome back to another tutorial on ISTQB. This is Neeraj Kumar Singh and you are watching ISTQB Agile Tester certification. We are in chapter 2 and we are looking at the next topic of 2.2, that is managing regression risk with evolving manual and automated test cases. So when you talk about, of course, regressions in Agile, because we quite frequently keep on updating and incrementing in terms of continuous integration, and it's just not that you're only adding. Sometime you welcome the changes from the client side, because one of the basic principle is to address the changing request from the client. So of course we respond to changes or we entertain the changes even late in the life cycle or late in the iteration. So of course it becomes really important for the team to make sure that the regression tests are conducted quite often, and then of course we make sure that because the risk will be increasing, because a lot of things will be added to the existing, and it's not limited to adding only things. Then as we are entertaining the changes in the existing as well, then things has to be repeated again and again. Now of course that is due to extensive code churn. Now when you talk about the term code churn here, we say that the lines of code added, modified or deleted from one version to another, and that we know from the foundation aspect already when we spoke about the regression testing, that regression testing is conducted whenever there is a modification in the code, and the modification term stands for either you add something or you delete something or you change something which was existing. Now when you do such things, of course regression testing is being introduced and you keep on conducting them just to make sure that everything is still working fine which was working fine earlier. Now these changes may have an adverse effect on the existing part of the code which was working fine earlier. So we just need to make sure that everything is still working fine, and that increases a lot of risk. So generally the risk has to be addressed well. And how do we address that? Let's have a look. Now generally when you talk about executing these things like regression tests, of course quite often, maybe in 7 days you have done changes on every day, then how many test cases are supposed to be executed? And even if we talk about maintaining them, the maintainability increases because you need to keep on updating them from time to time. Things what we are earlier and now the changes have taken place, maybe your test cases are no longer beneficial to you to find any kind of defects, so test cases need to be updated and you keep on maintaining them from time to time. And it's not only limited to the test cases or maybe the test script, it is also about the test data in terms of executing them, and the regression suite, because regression suite may have 100,000 test cases, maybe whatever it is I'm talking about is a very big figure, but say like it has 200 test cases, doesn't mean that on daily basis you will be repeating or iterating them every time. So we make use of impact analysis, which would help you that okay, if this part of the code has changed, then what would be the areas which will be impacted by these change. Then we don't run the entire suite, we run only the test cases which are required to be executed to validate those adverse effects of these changes, and that is what you call it as impact analysis. So generally testers or in the development team are responsible for managing it, making sure that the automation is done for it, because it's really only option for you, and not only limited to regression, we keep on executing them from time to time to make sure that it is fitting into the requirements, and the changes which have taken place is not having any kind of impact, because every day you have some kind of integration being done at the end of the day to the existing one. So not only this, we know it from the previous tutorial that unit test, automation test, acceptance test can also be automated, and in terms of automating a lot of activities. So more than that, of course, when you talk about automation test will be executed, we also have certain other activities which can be done using the automation. For example, test data generation, loading test data into the systems, that is like importing data from external source, deployment of the builds into the test environment, restoration of a test environment to a baseline, and comparison of the data outputs, that is like help of the test comparators, which can be useful for mapping the expected and actual. So all we need to say at this point of time is that there is a lot of automation scope in Agile, and we make use of certain tools which can help you with automating your activities and making sure that you are continuously executing them. And of course you do have tight schedule, then of course manuals are less recommended compared to automation here. And the system is so integrated in terms of like, consistent feedback from the user customer, that you will have less feedbacks or less negative responses or maybe defects, what we say. So no deviation from the requirement generally happens, so you can rely on the automation. And generally this managed regression, when you talk about it, we try to manage it as much as possible by continuously or completely or maybe on daily basis executing the regression suite, because the changes are frequent here and we need to address them according to the automation. So anyways, when you talk about these things, this is what we have got here from this particular tutorial. In case it is brief to you, you have any queries, feel free to comment below. I'll be there to assist you. Please subscribe to the channel, which will help you to get updated from time to time on the latest tutorials on this channel. Stay tuned for upcoming tutorials, team. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the content. Thanks for watching the video, team. Happy learning.